So I saw this story, and I thought it was interesting. Patrick Mahomes, with Brady, because he's not as athletically gifted, for years and years, we heard, well, he's a system quarterback. Well, I don't know. Took the system to Tampa. They've done pretty well. Mahomes is so John Elway, Dan Marino gifted that nobody thinks it's part of the system. I'll get to that in a second. But I was looking at some numbers. Patrick Mahomes has thrown 4 or more passing touchdowns in 22% of his games. That's the highest in NFL history. And I found that through the years, there are 2 types of people in business. One, those who are jealous of other people's success. And then the second group of people who say, how did you do that? That's amazing. What was your secret? They're curious. Something, when you look at Patrick Mahomes, let's be the second person. Let's ask why and how. Patrick Mahomes was available to every NFL team. He went 10th, so 9 teams passed on him. But Kansas City was going to draft 27th. And all they had to give up was an average first-round pick and an average third-round pick, because the Chiefs were good, and those would be picks middle, bottom of the round, to move up to 10 and draft him. He was available for the entire league. How? Why? What did they see? Again, let's be the second successful person. Let's not be jealous of Kansas City. Let's ask, how the hell did they do it? What do they see? 2 things that need to be said. Number one is winning as a college quarterback. Fans care about that. Scouts don't. Josh Allen didn't win. Patrick Mahomes had a losing college record. Ohio State quarterbacks all win. None have ever been great in pro football. Winning in college doesn't mean squat. They're looking for traits and talent. So get over that. If you're a team and you hear somebody say, Mitch Trubisky's a winner. Shut up. Does he have arm talent? Who cares if he's a winner? Buckeye quarterbacks, Gator quarterbacks, Tebow was a winner. Does that mean nothing? Well, a little something, but not much. So that's the first thing to get over. Most Heisman quarterbacks, by the way, stink in the NFL. Tennessee Volunteers were better when Peyton Manning left. They were. He left. They won a title with T. Martin. Who do you think's better, Peyton Manning or T. Martin? But the second thing, and it's really, really important, and it does matter, is that some of Mahomes' success, a chunk of it more than you think, is where he landed. Look at Mac Jones. He made the playoffs, and he is athletically limited. And then this year, in what can only be described as odd, the Patriots decided that who needs an offensive coordinator? Mac Jones has regressed badly. As gifted as Josh Allen is, Brian Daboll left. He's reverting back to Wyoming in year 1 in the NFL, Josh Allen. If you look at the quarterbacks right now, young quarterbacks in this league, Tua is suddenly flourishing, an offensive coach. Mahomes, Andy Reid, sat behind Alex Smith, great GM stability. Justin Fields, by the way, I had my concerns. He's got very little to work with, but he appears to have a terrific offensive coordinator. And it looks like Matt Eberflus is the dude. Trevor Lawrence, that was choppy. Then he got a Super Bowl winning head coach. You watched him lately? Trevor Lawrence is good. Joe Burrow, offensive head coach. Got him Jamar Chase. Is that we can all learn something, and I think in most instances, most people know this. Don't worry about winning college quarterbacks. If it was that easy, you'd just draft the top 6 schools every year. Just draft a Clemson quarterback followed by Ohio State, draft a Georgia quarterback. How many great Georgia quarterbacks have there been? Fran Tarkenton was good, Matt Stafford. Not many of them. The one they have now is not even an NFL quarterback. Good college quarterback. And the second thing is, and we know this, right, to be true, especially for young people, what's your support system? This is really hard. In the NFL, the better you are, the worse your draft picks, the opposite of college. And Mahomes has had a great coach, a great mentor in Alex Smith, a great GM, stability. They get him weapons. I'm not saying he wouldn't be fascinating and talented, but when you look at the one young quarterback we know is great and we have questions, isn't it Justin Herbert? We're like, is this the right coach? We don't doubt the talent. So instead of being jealous, sometimes ask the question if you see somebody crushing, a man or a woman. What did you see? How did you do that? Those people usually have extended success over a lifetime. So I just saw a story this morning. We've talked more Chicago Bears football in the last 6 weeks than I probably have in the history of doing this show. And there's a reason, one reason, Justin Fields. So it's exciting. This is a franchise that can't get quarterback right, can't get wide receiver right, frankly, can't get offense right. So Justin Fields is about ready. He's on pace to break Lamar Jackson's single-season quarterback rushing record. And it's interesting to compare those two because it's two totally different experiences. So when Lamar Jackson came into the league, it was about, can't wait to watch this kid develop. PFF had their offensive line rated number 2 in the league. They immediately drafted 2 excellent tight ends. They had a great GM, stability, a great head coach, a great O-line, and then it was about waiting and watching and seeing Lamar Jackson develop. Chicago's offensive line hasn't been good since the mid-'80s, the Jimbo Covert years. That's it. It's been mostly bad since. If I ask you to name the greatest Bear receiver in team history, it's somewhere between Willie Gault and Alshon Jeffrey. They can't get quarterback right. I looked it up one time. The best quarterback they've ever had, I think, was Johnny Lujack, who I thought was on like 96.5 The Loop in Chicago radio. I had no idea about Johnny Lujack, and I love football. Lamar, his experience is, let's watch him grow. We didn't worry about all the peripheral stuff. With Justin Fields, that's all I worry about. Will Chicago get it right or screw it up like they always seem to do? Their O-line now, well, they drafted, I think, 4 O-linemen last year. They got a couple of nice running backs, no star. Excellent young tight end. 1, now 2 receivers that are capable. That's why I've been railing on the Bears for the last 6 months. Trade expensive linebackers. You're not winning with Roquan Smith. And they did. To a team that's in the Super Bowl bubble that can use a tackling machine like Roquan Smith. The signs are very encouraging, though. And for the first time in a long time, I mean a long time, I think they've got the right GM, the right coach, the right offensive coordinator, and the right quarterback. Very encouraging in the last 6 games. Justin Fields' passer rating with an average O-line and very few weapons is right up against 100. That is really encouraging. But this league is about 4 or 5 things. I still don't love the Bears' ownership. But if you have the right GM, coach, quarterback, offensive coordinator in 2022, I think you can overcome that to some level. I don't look at Lamar and Justin Fields' experiences or games even the same. One kid got total support and has grown into a star. One kid, I feel like I'm crossing my fingers, the people around him don't screw it up. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.